Welcome back to an exciting season of Premiership football.
Direct Access FanTV Fan Talk Season 2.
We have plenty things to cover.
The banters,
The remote horse,
fan reactions,
goals,
Kaiser Chiefs,
Pirates. But that's besides the point, guys. Today we're covering Cape Town City FC. So it's been a tricky start, Lufefe, to our season thus far. 3 games into the DStv Premiership.
a draw.
A draw, a defeat, and a victory. I just want you to give me some sort of sense as to what your take is on that first 3 results.
Actually, bro, I was having high hopes on how we're gonna start the season, because remember, we're coming from the bubble, which is we came out as the best team with Jan being the best manager in the bubble. How we started in a way, because remember now we only lacking Kermit Erasmus, which is the player that we lost, and then we signed Prince Okopu.
He has a phenomenal record. In the 2016 to 2019 season, that guy had like 50 odd appearances with like 46 goals. Then last season, before he joined City, he had 14 appearances with 11 goals. Now that speaks numbers, that is volumes, that's an out and out number 9. So I think the coach should probably give Prince a run out in our next game to see what that guy can do, what he can offer, and what dynamic he can bring to our squad.
And also remember, we have Prince Zulu, which is coming from Zambia. The guy also on his debut on the Kosafa Cup, because I was watching him, he was a teen, he was very young, and he scored on his debut, and he's been on Sundowns radar for quite a long time. Since Pito's days, he's been on Sundowns radar, and then he decided to join Cape Town City.
So I'm quite impressed with the signings we made. Like you mentioned, the 2 now. There's another guy, he's an up-and-coming talent, a youngster, Terence Mashego. That guy has been phenomenal in the Glad African Championship. He played in the final in the Nedbank Cup against Chiefs.
I remember.
He scored, right? Did he score? Yeah, and he was the captain. He lifted up the cup for his club.
He also won the award of the most promising player.
Correct.
For the season.
So, giving that sort of structure in our squad, knowing that we have quality up and coming, I just think that our coach should also try and find what his starting 11 is, number 1. You need to find what the core of our team is. We have brilliant players. We have Surprise Relani, we have Nodada, we have Mokeke, we have great players, Lou.
There's plenty to cover. And also look at the there's also this new player that was inside, Jermaine George. Do you know, was playing for Galatasaray? He was the academy player of the Galatasaray, so he's also like a good investment for the team. But I think the coach should actually give all the new players a chance
so that they can prove themselves, and I agree with you, Lou. So that will also bring some sort of competition within the squad, so that they can fight for their position, number 1. That will avoid complacency in the team, and also like just if you look at it, right?
Yes.
Look at our first game. Our first game we played against.
It was
Chippa
United.
We played Chippa. We drew that game 1-1. We were lucky to come away with a draw.
And also remember now, Chippa had like 70% of the new players in the game.
Yes, and that players are hungry to prove themselves.
Exactly.
So lucky we were against Chippa. Maritzburg, we scored, and we were shaky after our first goal. We never looked promising, and I believe and I feel that if we have that same mentality that we had when we were in the bubble, if we feel that we can have that unity as a team, you know, that structure, that just confidence in, we don't care if you Sundowns, we don't care if you Chiefs, Pirates, Supersport, Wits. Sorry, Wits is no longer in the Premiership, guys. I do apologize. But yeah, we don't worry who you are. We should play fearless. We are Cape Town City FC. We are a top performing team that is title contenders, and I believe that we can achieve a top 4 spot this season if we continue to perform like we did to the latter end of
because
last.
People have this belief that we're nothing without Kermit Erasmus. But if you do look at it, last season, most of the games we played without Kermit, because
he was injured.
He was injured half of the season.
Yeah.
But we still came out victorious. So
yes.
I think we should actually give the new players a chance, because they have potential.
Exactly.
The signings we made are all brilliant, and also the keeper that we signed from
Reed Bombay.
I saw his games, and he's
so like I said, we have a player in a position that can cover for the next player, and that is what we need to do. We need to have a team that will be our starting team in the DStv Premiership. Then we can explore within your smaller cup competitions and so forth. But like I said, the the coach firstly needs to find his best 11, the core of the team, and that will give them some sort of sense as to how they should line up. And I believe that top 4 is on the cards, guys. I believe we can make top 4.
We can play the CAF next season. I believe that we can. We have the squad, because if you do also look at it, Lospa, 3 games that we played thus far in the DStv Premiership, we have the position. We have the most passes. We have like
our
shot on
accuracy
targets.
is on point.
Everything.
Look at the game last night, for example, against Sundowns.
Sundowns.
We had more possession than them. We outpassed them. Our passing accuracy was. We had the same amount of chances created as them.
We just need someone.
Exactly, somebody, a killer instinct of a striker, a number 9. Look, I take nothing away from Fakhri Lakay. Fakhri Lakay needs to adapt. He's a winger. He's trying to adapt to play as an out-and-out number 9. So, even like against teams like Sundowns, play Prince Ajemang. Play him, give him that, yes.
Give him
what better way to start that guy's career as a starting in the starting 11?
Because I was actually going through some Twitter feeds, reading the banters what they're getting from the clubs, because they comparing him with players like what you call this player from Shonga, Justin Shonga, and all of them Mulenga. They saying that he's also from these North African countries. He won't make it in South Africa. Let's prove him wrong, because he has potential.
Exactly, and players might have come and players might have gone, but we can't judge players based on other players. We need to give players an opportunity to prove themselves as individual.
Yes,
and
that's the other thing that we're getting, that we lost most players, because if you count, we lost Puche, we lost Erasmus, we lost Christopher Davids, and then we lost Sidet, which he went to TS Galaxy, and then the 5th player that left is the goalkeeper, which is Sage Stevens, which he went to Stellenbosch.
Yeah.
But look at it, all the players that left for Sidet, we got Mashiko.
For Stevens, we got Reed Bombay.
For Erasmus, we got
Prince Ajemang.
For all the players, for Pusha, we got Zulu. For all the players that left,
we replaced
them. So
and yeah, it's going to be a new way of, and I know some of the fans feel that nothing is coming together, and that sometimes the coach's decisions he's making, it's not the right decisions, but we need to also understand that the coach is the guy that trains with these people every day.
He knows them best.
He knows them best. He knows their potential. He knows their strengths. He knows their weaknesses. And that's besides the point, Lou. I want to cover last night's game against Sundowns. That game against Sundowns, you know, having Lila K back in Cape Town, having Erasmus back last night. Yeah, I saw the pics trending there on social media, you know. Guess who's back in town? So, look, Lila K scored a beautiful goal.
That was.
He scored a nice goal. I think we were just exposed in a sense where we were lost. We were all over the place. And I just can't, like, Sundowns, we had the number most of the time when we played them.
Because we actually have a record against them. We only lost once in Cape Town against them.
That's what I'm saying.
But now they actually
beat us. They came to Cape Town yesterday, and they came to make a statement to say, we're going to win the league. But you know what? When we go to where's their home ground?
It's in Pretoria.
When we go to Pretoria, we're going to make a statement and show them we are Cape Town City and we're going to win the league. I'm being very optimistic, guys.
With yesterday's game and the subs that were made, for me personally, I'm thinking that the subs were confusing. Because after he took out Mkhize and Ralani, the spirit of the team, the body language of the team, even the goal that Charlie assisted, you saw Charlie had an arm string there, but he was able to make an assist. How come
the morale of the team looked low yesterday, and my thing is we need to keep our heads up. The players need to keep their heads up for not 40 minutes of the game, not 60 minutes of the game, but up until the final whistle. We're going to Pretoria, we're going to show Sundowns who we are and what we're made of, and we're going to be title contenders. I'm very optimistic, but the top 4 would be ideal for us. So what's your wrap on the...
Prince Ajemang is going to be top goal scorer of the season.
Let's wrap things up in a sense where, what's your prediction to see where our team in this season?
I'm saying top 4. The West would be top 4. The best would actually be the champions, because we have the quality, we have the type of football that is needed for champions. So top 4 for me.
Definitely. I also believe we can in top 4. Guys, that's a wrap. Stay tuned for the next episode of Direct Access Fan TV Fan Talk where you will see all the fan reactions.
We may not be at the stadium, but we will give you all the insights you need. We will have all the guests that you may expect, and we'll have all the fan reactions from home.
And don't forget, picking up your remote, throwing at the TV when your team is busy losing. Peace out, guys. We are City FC for life.
Live.